Welcome to Fallout 76, this is Jim. In this video we're going to take a look at completing daily challenges for today, Saturday, January the 4th, 2025. Let's take a look at it and see what we got for today. Alright, we got some good ones here. I have many videos on my channel that will help you guys out to get different ideas, different locations, easy areas, hard areas over there if you're a brand spanking new player to the game. You're a returning player, even if you're an experienced player, there's a particular daily, weekly challenge that's giving you a hard time or trouble. I'm sure you'll find a video on my channel that will help you. Try to keep my videos as updated as I possibly can. Of course, you guys are awesome with great comments and tips, which I greatly appreciated. Okay, if you take a look and see if you notice I have a little bit more score than you. If you take a look at the top right hand corner of the screen, I have a 25% boost going on right now. Of course, I claimed that right off the current season 19 season pass. On 3 pages, a 5%, a 10%, and another 10%. You can claim that if you are a Fallout First member, or if you pay the 1,500 atoms for the season pass. Alright, let's take a look at this one here. First, chew Bubblegum 1. Now, I know for the most part, most of us know how to chew Bubblegum, but the main thing is where to find Bubblegum, especially for the newer folk. Alright? And the best way to get Bubblegum is opening up perk card packs. When you go to your Pip-Boy and you go to your perk card section, if you have earned perk card packs through various ways, again, you will get 1 stick of Bubblegum in every perk card pack. Now, a couple of months ago, people were saying that they were actually dropping them and selling them, not really realizing that we get these daily challenges once in a while, where it can really come in handy. And Bubblegum, especially Perk Bubblegum, is also good for eat cake, pie, or candy, or pre-war food. So Perk Bubblegum is definitely worth a save and to have on you, and it doesn't weigh a whole lot, all right? It's just an FYI for you. You can try checking out other players' vendors. They may be selling it. And they also have just regular Bubblegum here in the game. And we can find that at a pretty good spot. It's usually right up here at the pumpkin house. Right on the front door, there's a little black cauldron. Now, sometimes there's gumdrops in there, but also sometimes there's bubble gum. And same thing on the inside of the house, right on a little shelf, you'll see like a plastic jack-o'-lantern. And sometimes, again, there might be perk bubble gum inside, or if it's gumdrops. So that's always kind of worth a try. And I find even right down here in Somersville, if you actually come to the south end of Somersville, you'll come across a little diner. If you go all the way to the back of the diner, to the back door, there's a nice little stash of pre-war food back there, and sometimes there is some sort of bubblegum back there as well. But for the most part, perk bubblegum is definitely where it's at when you open up your perk card packs. It's free, so everyone will have it, and it's worth to have it on you at all times, all right? Not just for chew bubblegum, but it also gives you a little bit of a perk as well. So this is what it would look like here. This is just one example. Watermelon perk bubblegum. Sometimes there's cola, sometimes there's strawberry, okay? And as you can see, it does lower your hunger and thirst for a couple minutes, okay? Just kind of keep that in mind. So let's go ahead and eat our perk bubblegum there. We got for free, and just like that, chew some bubblegum. And then the other bubblegum will be just up here, just regular old bubblegum, and that's one that you will find in around the wasteland. All right? I'm going to see what's next here. Let's go ahead and mod a weapon 3. So since you've been playing the game, you've been picking up weapons and scrapping them, right? And one thing that's really good about that is your character will always know the mods that your character learned. Even if you don't use those weapons day to day, eventually you might end up trying a weapon and you realize, oh, I didn't realize I have all these mods here for this weapon. It's because you picked up all these weapons at the beginning of your gameplay, since the very start, and been able to collect all these mods. So you can definitely do it that way. However, when you do it that way and you change a mod on a weapon, it does require valuable resources that you may or may not have. Not everyone has Fallout First, and everyone has access to unlimited junk. Okay, especially rare junk that we would use more frequently, like screws and springs and gears, lead, aluminum, etc. And that just might not be something you have on you. So I usually recommend for this daily is to have a weapon that you know a paint or a skin for. Because when you change a paint or a skin, you're only using oil, okay? And most of us have a lot of oil on us, just wandering around the wasteland. Okay, so just an FYI, I do have several videos on how you can scrap junk to produce oil. And I show you how to where you can find all kinds of oil. It doesn't take any time at all. All right, you can check those videos out on my channel if you so wish. They're on the playlist. But essentially, if you are a returning player, and let's say you were working the old scoreboards that we had in the past, okay, we got a lot of free paints and skins off those scoreboards back in the day. So you just go to the atomic shop here. This will just give you an idea of what weapons you have for what paint, okay? So you just go down here to the skins section, and you slide it over here, just like armor, very similar to armor, but for the weapons, okay? And as you can see, they do sell paint and skins in the atomic shop, and look, a lot of them are on sale, so that's pretty awesome. And I'll also show the paint that you own, all right? So just an FYI there, you can always check it out that way. And even if it's a weapon that you don't use day to day, you can just simply have like a sword or something like that, something that doesn't weigh a whole lot or has a lot of weight reduction, just have it in your stash box just for this particular daily challenge. Sometimes it's a weekly challenge. You just go between default and paint, basically. You don't really end up using a whole lot of resources. So let's go ahead and check that out here. I don't have a paint for the weapon that I'm currently been using this past week. So let's go ahead down here. We're going to use this lever action as an example. Let's go to our weapons workbench. And we're going to go modify/repair. We're going to go right to the lever action. And again, depending, as you can see, I have 27 to 35 unlocked. But again, as you can see, if I try to change mods, you know, it's going to cost me resources, right? So we're going to head down here to the paint section. And as you can see, I only own one paint for this bad boy. So let's go ahead and go default appearance. Look at that. It cost us nothing at all. Going back to default appearance. Let's go back to hunting lever action. It only costs us 1 oil. Back to default. Just like that. And that's all you have to do. It's as easy as that. Again, these daily challenges, you make them as hard or as easy as you want. And that way there's pretty easy. And that's what I recommend. Again, if you're brand spanking new, you don't have any paints at all, you're going to have to put those mods on just at your weapons workbench, all right? Let's go ahead. We're going to put that weapon back before I forget. All right, scrap it by mistake. All right, what is next here? Scrap trying to produce ceramic 5. Okay, so this is a junk item that we can use the bulk and scrap method at the Tinker's Workbench. Let's go ahead and take a drink here real quick. Take a sauce mistake. All right, we're going to go craft at our Tinker's Workbench. We're going to go bulk. We're going to go to the C section. So the bulk 1 ceramic, C section. The bulk 1 ceramic. You're going to need 15 ceramic scrap and 2 plastic in your stash or scrap box to bulk 1 ceramic. You go ahead and do that, and you scrap it, and that's hands down the fastest, quickest, easiest way to complete this daily challenge. It's more so for the folks that are kind of short on time, or for the people that just want to get this stuff done. And there's definitely nothing wrong with that. Everyone has a different style of gameplay. Now, if you're the type of person that doesn't have any ceramic, or you like doing the old-fashioned way, and there's definitely nothing wrong with that either. Everyone's different, okay? We can find ceramic in many great spots and around the wasteland. I find usually in around human enemies, okay? We'll have some sort of ceramic in terms of plates, in terms of coffee cups, and we all know where a lot of that places are. You know, down here in Flatwoods, we have the tavern. And Flatwoods alone is a pretty good spot, just wandering around, collecting things right off people's porches. There's quite a bit of ceramic just in around that area. Especially here in Helvetia, same kind of thing. You just go inside and out of houses, and there'll be all kinds of plates and coffee cups around, right? But probably one of the best spots, go-to spots for me anyway, is up here, the Palace of the Winding Path. Let's pop up here. Palace of the Winding Path offers lots and lots of junk stuff, and even nowadays, since the update we had on December 3rd, we have been getting a lot more junk off of enemies, and you can even do it that way. Just go after a bunch of enemies, and you can always see what they have for ceramic on them. All right, now what we're looking for here, the majority of floral vases will have ceramic on them, okay? And that's a pretty good spot right inside the main building. But just on the outside of this building here, they have these flower pots here. Let's take a look at this flower pot here for a second. As you can see, one flower pot gets us one ceramic, as you can see, pretty good. I believe there's some on the other side here. I could be wrong. It's been a little while since I've been up here. Oh, we can't even pick those up. So that one thing you gotta remember about up here at Palace of the Winding Path, sometimes we can't pick up certain stuff in here. So just kind of be aware of that. Like we would think we could pick this guy up, and sometimes we can, and sometimes we can't. So let's grab this floral vase. As you can see, one ceramic inside there. Right, let's head down here. We're going to go right inside the main building. Now, there is a particular vase that I like to kind of keep an eye out for. It's kind of a little taller, and it has a blue floral design on it. So you see how we can't even pick him up? And that's the way it is, but not every lamp will have ceramic in it, as we've learned in the past. Like those yellow lamps that we can find in around the kill box, they don't have any ceramic in them at all, believe it or not. All right, so we get some more vases here. Let's see what we got there. So you can see ceramic, just regular vase, ceramic, all kinds of options for us. I'm just trying to keep a lookout for that blue vase here. I think they're up in the upper section. And as you can see, when you when you kill a couple enemies like this, like look at all the stuff we get. Like it's just unbelievable, the junk that we get nowadays since that update. I don't think we can pay. Oh, we can. Okay, white ornamental vase. He has 3 ceramic in him. That style right there. All right. And again, sometimes here you can't pick them up, and most times you can. Okay. These ornamental vases. Look at that. This guy's even got copper in them. So those are good for copper. Those reddish and black ones. All right. Another guy there, white ornamental vase. That's good for another 2 or 3. Another 4 vase. And all you gotta do is just go through this place level by level, and yeah, just fill your boots of ceramic. It's pretty easy to do, and it's a pretty good spot as well. It doesn't matter what level you're at. All right, let's head back to our camp. We can go anywhere to scrap this stuff, but we can just go back to our camp. All kinds of ceramic around. You can see right down there. It's probably one of my go-to spots for ceramic and silver, in terms of those silver bowls, as you guys saw there. Let's go ahead and scrap this stuff. We're just going to go... okay, there we go. Flower pots here, so we get more than enough. Nice. Oh, get that ornamental vase down there. That guy there's that's the guy that gives us a little bit of copper, these reddish ones, okay? You get these guys here, as you can see, it's 3 ceramic right there in the item stats. All kinds of ceramic in that spot. Yeah. Alright, what's next? Bunch of teddy bear 3. So I do have a couple of videos showing you some great spots where you can find teddy bears here in the game. One of my go-to spots is right up here at the knife edge. Now when you do spawn up here, they're going to be about 2 or 3 rat scorpions. But what we're going to do, we're going to head to the northeast area, and they'll be come across like a little decapitated red barn. Now sometimes there's 2 enemies up there as well. And if you need to, it's hard. I find the trees are pretty thick up here, so just use your vats, and then there's always enemies up by that barn, and just use your vats, just in case you're having trouble trying to find the red barn, because it kind of is hidden quite well. But on the top shelf will be at least 9 teddy bears. Now, sometimes you can jump up and grab them, but it can be a little hard. So if you have an explosive weapon, explosive rounds, or if you have a frag grenade to throw on the side of the building, those teddy bears will fling down. You can grab them. All right, so just a little bit easier doing it that way. Right up here at Clancy Manor in the kitchen, there'll be 4 teddy bears there. Every teddy bear we have in the game will be here at Tyler County Fairgrounds, but they'll be all kind of spread around the entire grounds. They're not all in one location. Right down here in Camden Park, we have the Dross Toss. There's 4 or 5 of them there as well. And, you know, we can find the random teddy bear in around the wasteland. There's one here in the Flatwoods area in the tavern upstairs with a cigar sticking out of his yap there. There's one right here, the giant teapot. So there's all kinds of options for teddy bears here in the game, right? Let's pop over here to Tyler County Fairgrounds this time and check it out. Alright, so again, we can find every kind of teddy bear here at Tyler County Fairgrounds. It's just they're all over the place, okay? And your best just to kind of go around. And once when you get the pattern down, it's going to be scorched here as well. Just take out the scorch, and that way there you can see where all the teddy bears are. There's one right in there, as you can see there. We can grab him. We only need 3 of them, alright? So it's we're going to head right down to the other side here. There's that Nuka-Cola stand I always talk to you guys about when you're looking for Nuka-Cola products. There's actually one right over there. And there's this guy here. He's usually inside here. It is usually the same teddy bear. Jeepers. Alright, so right down. Oh! He had a teddy bear on him. See that? So again, all the junk items that we've been getting as of late from killing enemies since the update. Okay, we never got this many junk items off of enemies before. Like, it's quite amazing. And he had a teddy bear on him, right? So you can always go after a bunch of enemies. They might have a bunch of teddy bears on them. And this is a pretty good spot here. I guess here at Tyler County Fairgrounds is the biggest concentration where you'll find teddy bears in one little spot. So there's usually 4 of them here, all right? But we already satisfied the challenge here. All right, good stuff. Good stuff. What's next here, Jimmy? Kill a canine 5. Many great spots we can find canines in around the wasteland. Now, mongrels aren't the only thing considered canines, but here at Aaronhold Homestead, there are 6 of them here. There are 3 mongrels when you spawn here at the Green Country Lodge. You kind of turn around and work your way back up this way towards the wayward. You'll come across a little car or a bike, and there's usually 3 mongrels right there at that location right there. Okay. Leader of the pack. If you're lucky enough to come here to Tyler County Fairgrounds, again, if you're depending on the server that you're on, there'll be a public event called Leader of the Pack, and that's always good. There's 3 packs of wolves. And at the end of that event, there'll be a wolf horde, and it's usually up here at Aaronhold Homestead or Lady Janet Soft Serve. And it's just kind of moving around, so you can go after them that way there. So that is a pretty good way to do it. Right over here at Autumn Acre Cabins, there's usually at least 6 wolves here. It's a very reliable spot. In terms of foxes, there's about 4 foxes here at Big Fred's Barbecue Shack. Now, in around the forest area, we will find foxes, but they're really random. You spawn here at Green Country Lodge and make your way to the wayward, either on both sides here. Usually there'll be some sort of random animal, and sometimes it is foxes, so you can always go after them that way as well. Excuse me, holy mackerel. Also, mutant hounds. Mutant hounds are also considered canines as well. So up here in Grafton, there's 1 here in Grafton Dam. There's 6 to 12 here in Grafton Steel. There's almost 6 here in Huntersville. There's all kinds of them inside and outside of West Tech Research. So that is a great way as well, is the mutant hounds, going after them for canines. So if you're going after super mutants, you can just, kill 2 birds with 1 stone kind of thing, right? That gives you guys many options there. Let's pop up here to Aaronhold Homestead. It's just around the corner from where we are. And again, if you're lucky enough to get that little, event there, leader of the pack. That's really where it's at. Usually each leader will be a legendary enemy, like a level 1, and if you're lower level, it's a real good way of getting a couple legendary weapons. You can either use them or scrap them. Okay, so right inside Aaronhold Homestead here will be at least 6 mongrels. There we go, Carol Canine, 5 for 5 done, just like that. And there's usually one more up here. He's on the, he's usually sleeping. He's right in there, see, he's right there. Yeah, sorry, little buddy, had to do it. All right. Yeah, pretty good spot, nice and easy, and they're nice and squishy too. And it's also a good spot for a couple of bobbleheads, a couple of magazines as well. Aaronhold Homestead, nice little spot. All right, what's next here? All right, let's go ahead, kill a Mirelurk 5. Many great spots we can find Mirelurks in around the wasteland. Right up here, the toxic dried lake bed. There'll be 6 of them up here. Right down here, the New River Gorge Resort out back. There will be 3 of them there in around the pool area. And someone had mentioned that if you go a little bit further, there'll be at least 2 more, like in the basement of one of the larger building that's pretty close to the pool area. Someone had mentioned that a couple weeks ago, and I just kind of remembered it now, actually. So thank you for, I forget who it was who had mentioned that. I appreciate when you guys always kind of add in tips to the game. It only helps the community and it helps me, right? It, you know, two-way street, right? I help you guys help me, and you know, help the community, right? So that was pretty awesome. I love those comments. Let's keep going here. We do have Lake Reynolds. There'll be 4 of them down here. Now, right here in Summersville, now back in the day, I would say almost 2 years ago, the house on the right-hand side where all the burnt books are, okay, that used to be infested with Mirelurks between that and the river and over by the graveyard, which is right next to that house. Now, that's no longer. There are ghouls there. However, with a capital H, we can still find 3 Mirelurks here, okay, and they're down in the river. So when you spawn here, you actually go right down towards the river here, and there'll be 2 of them. Now, they're kind of submerged, okay, so as soon as you get close to the river, they'll pop out. And then there'll be the 3rd one a little bit further down here next to a ghoul. And again, he'll be submerged, and all you gotta do is just walk up and he'll pop up the river. And a lot of people kind of forget about these 3, but if you only need a couple more, that's where you can find them right there. Looking for a little bit more of a challenge, Vault 94 on the inside. It's crazy in there. Lots of Mirelurk Kings, lots of them. Quarry X3, there's usually about a half a dozen in around Quarry X3, as well as a Mirelurk King and Queen. Right down here, Hemlock Spring Stump. Now there's usually 3 Mirelurk Kings here, as well as other type of Mirelurks. And we have the Slumber Mill Motel at the motel itself. And again, there'll be a Mirelurk King there who likes to jump scare people. That's his MO there. Alright, so we only need 5 of them. So let's pop up here to good old Toxic Dried Lake Bed, and we'll go after the 6 that are up here. Again, give you guys as many options as I can. And I appreciate everyone's tips just to help the community. Alright, let's go ahead here. Okay, so there's the first 3 right there. Hope you get a cap on them. Burp. We're going to keep going down this way. Now there should be 3 more down here. Sometimes you have to go on the other side of the building here. And once in a while there will be another enemy around. And they'll be fighting the other enemy. Sometimes there's like a rat scorpion here or a snallygaster, and they're glowing, and sometimes they're fighting with each other. I don't know if I can make out. See, they get a snallygaster there today. And of course, the Mirelurk Queen is out there. But they have a lot of HP. I wouldn't even bother wasting the ammunition going after that one. Alright, what's next here? Oh, alright, complete event 1. If you take a look at the description, there's a link to a video called Complete Event for Newbies. You don't have to be a newbie to watch that video. And of course, I take you around the map. It's about an hour and 6 minutes long. It's all timestamp. Good number of events in that video I spawn in myself. Now, you can spawn in events yourself on both type of servers, the public ones and private ones, so just kind of keep that in mind. Of course, it's much easier to spawn in on private servers. However, we can spawn them in on public ones. You guys see me do it all the time. The only thing that makes it more difficult is, of course, it could be servers that's been around for a while. So if you land on a server and you try to spawn in certain events and they're not spawning in for you, it's not necessarily not working or it doesn't work anymore. It's just that maybe it was spawned in within the half hour of you joining that map. All right, just going to keep that in mind, right? Let's take a look here and see what we got on this map here for events. I don't think there's a whole lot going on. And that's the reason why I made that video is because we all been on those maps where there's just not a whole lot going on, or there's an event that you just don't want to do by yourself, right? You have an Enclave event there. So in here we have Project Paradise. I'm not doing that by myself. It's going to take a while. All right, so there's not a whole lot going on here. Now, at the end of the day, you're having trouble finding events, and you're just running out of time. You can claim any workshop on the map, any one at all, like your favorite one or the one close to you. And after 3 minutes, you'll have to defend that workshop, and that's also considered an event. And if you're on a public server with other people, even if that workshop doesn't, even if you don't own the workshop, but someone else does and you're helping to defend it, you'll get credit for the event. Right, it's just an FYI. That's another good option there. Let's pop over to here to good old Grafton Station. We're going to see if we can spawn in either Grafton Day or Protest March. All right, let's go here. Now, I like to kind of spawn in from the station side, because if you try to spawn in from the other side, you have to go through all those super mutants and all that stuff, but the events will still pop up. Grafton Day, right on. That's one I was kind of hoping for. Hey, where is he? Oh, he's over here. Oh, wow, see that? Right, there you go. Well, even though he's talking, we killed him. Just got to give it a second here. Nice. Let's hightail her out of here. Let's book it out of here. There we go. Then complete Grafton Day, and that's the easy one. Now, Protest March, almost same area, just kind of go in that little nookie area. You guys see me do it all the time. It's a pretty good little one as well. It's just a little bit longer. It's maybe about 5 minutes in total. It'll pop up as 30 minutes, but it's not going to take you 30 minutes to complete that. Even if you're by yourself, it's a pretty easy one to complete. All right, let's pop in here for a second. Can't even get over that. What is that? Huh? Can't even get over that curb. All right. Let's see what's next here. I think we are done. We are. Look at that. Nice. Nice. All right, let's head back to our camp here real quick. Our woods camp. In the woods. All right. That was pretty good here today. Let's take a look at the weapon of the day. It is this Gourmand suppressed submachine gun. Damage increases up to plus 24% if you fill in hunger meter or thirst meters. Currently plus 15%. Projectiles explode for plus 20% weapon damage. Plus 100% faster movement speed while aiming. Plus 60% armor penetration. The mods I have is the armor piercing receiver. Short light barrel, recoil compensating stock. Medium quick eject drum. Reflex sight dot and a suppressor. And of course I don't have any skins for this bad boy. And it doesn't even give you yeah. I never ever found a skin for this guy. I wish there was. And of course, oops. Of course, it does 51 damage and takes 45 cell. All right. Now it is a fully automatic weapon. So under possession, we have Master Commando, Commando, Expert Commando, all maxed out. We have Tank Killer, Concentrated Fire, Suppressor, Tenderizer, Covert Operative, Evasive, White Knight, Adrenaline. Of course, these random luck cards, and you guys see these kind of just popping up randomly as I play. And again, I find even these 1-stars for these cards work quite well. Like, I'm pretty impressed how even just the 1-star version works quite well. Legendary perk cards, these don't change for me. They all stay the same, and they're all maxed out. These ones here have treated me quite well over the years. All right, nice. Yeah, so there you guys go. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please like, subscribe, and share. The chance, it really helps me out. And to thank my channel members, Artistically Arranged, Michael Edwards, Nigel Wiffen, Heather, Whitetribe, Robco, Mr. Shelton, Drake Stamps, Mr. Prince, Not Me But Me, Yes Me That's Me, Drew, Andrew, Demon, Confoundedbridge, Ghost, Primus, Corne van Niekerk, Ben Durant. Thank you all so very much, and I hope you all have a nice day.